Gospels. 24/7. Yeah, and more. The word, salvation, healing. 24/7. Right here. Gospels TV takes you high onto the sky. Gospels TV on sky takes you high. Yeah. Everything you need, everything you want, everything you think, everything you say. Gospels TV, spread the word.
Yeah, already can be. So one can be a ojiphobia anyhow. Welcome back. My name is the G, and I want to welcome you this morning, live on G Love Radio. Viewers also come to you on Gospels TV. We welcome you this morning, and we say hi. This is the news from Ghana. We are just about crossing over to Ghana to take our live news coming from Ghana. So why don't you stick and stay with us as we cross over to take our correspondent who is standing by right now in Ghana waiting for us. So let us cross over to Ghana and take this call live from Ghana from our correspondent. His name is Mr. Ofori. Let us go right now to Ghana and hear him out somewhere.
My Ghana mu G Love Radio so no asugu out here nkan ebra so biem sense media akote no my Ghana mu na otwemu nyina mu ye tena so kasa fidie so ne de bremo kasa boy mu me ka mo se mo tie nkan e gloveradio.us obasan so atie nkan biem e tuneinradio.com eno ahyiba bia wo bia betumi ahwen e gospelstv.com ebiem phone abo number we +1832 2800744 bia onam bia wo betumi atie nkan e mobile phone so insemedia akotene na dia himo ka se boni mu na TV 7 bi ene didi so yi efrisha do no nsia ni a my Ghana de ne mu fi kwasi bro ni kokko nsam na mpanifo abodwa aye ho amamere dumso aya kwaso my Ghana mu han electricity company of Ghana ade aba betudwa se omsika omde adwan dodo na akwakodi aban chen RLG communication for apom djuma die bia om friend Hope City hontuma a ho se asema pie wa kire de bebre te so odwan hunwi ye bebo awuram mumesi nkonwa na afensi media akotene no mumientie mu mpensempensem mu na nkasa afi apema hankru aduonum nson 1957 eno man Ghana sabre na friend Gold Coast no onya afa ahudi edi fi kwasi bro ni kokko ensamu na asese ana afi ni mfirichi aduonum nsia ye 56 years a Ghana enya afa ahudi match bosumi da tosu nsia na otwe mu na mpanifo si nkonwa ebo odwade ye sanka ye da ye o mampani John Dramani Mahama ejina adwuma de ase de tu odwa se ogitum so ha bebre na eko ati o manfo o man Ghana mu ha o sibasire se nyina yake ahodi mu ngakra na ahodi e be ka bom de ye adwumade no ene beboa amenya yintu anu bi e de asoso ha ye nyina no ne nsemo kan no mientie bi.
I wish to pledge once more that in my first term as President of this Republic, I'll make full use of the advantages of our country to increase our prosperity. It is still true today, as it was during our independence years, that the vision could be an individual's, but it will take the millions acting in concert to bring that vision to reality. I wish to invite you once more to join me in this venture of nation building by also pledging to believe, to sacrifice, and to work for the betterment of our nation Ghana. Our independence was achieved through high levels of discipline, sacrifice, and selfless dedication. Our forefathers and mothers felt that political independence held the key to unlocking the challenges that were being imposed by ignorance, disease, illiteracy, and poverty. They held firmly the belief that these challenges were affecting the productive capacity of our citizenry and the socio-economic transformation of our society. And I dare say they were right. Currently in Ghana, we are confronted with many similar challenges. The war against poverty still rages on. This generation's war against ignorance, disease, and illiteracy are far from over.
Ghana Mampani John Dramani Mahama and Amotene Kano. No side media seen a school kwa mache or parade asino. Amani Boba told us a Mumako or Haduno, 120, and to me trash or bread ready and a coswa. A media, and your member or your penny bakwa. oye apomdimu nimdifo awe ningo pram health center eye maame Vivian Okpoja eni di nkomo bisa ne se ozu pa se de ne tuma san kwale tu twehwe wa bre na dwumadi ekoso no de tu yani mu se oji tum pa se nkwale ebebre ho a omo ba dwumadi ase no ma ne di anu akira bro mu gina wia no so che na no so ka ho bi o se ka ho ere ma san kwale twehwe ya odi tu ompanifo ni so obesere se da ofro bi asa dwumadi ente sa bekoso no mo hwe sa mo fre na didi aso ba parade na senso a omaba no ochie mu na Ghana for to sanfo ye finance minister say tekwe e de ye Ghana ko nwabosika ye 2013 budget no ko tu dwa omra bedwam na se ne bo mane abese ko deda no ye NPP mra bedwa for do ma amadwen say nya dom jo mampani ma ha ma etum se Ghana mampani ya to abayi ni ntino enya de bibi o ye bia na dom dom ho behye mu a sabre ye dom de financial statement na se budget ni kwa to dwa ndie o tu dom ani kire ase na oduma de ya chie na ye pani ba ko ye pani wo NPP amanyokoi mu osan se mra bedwa ni wo NPP amanyokoi di mu ye Canada Japan odi batu dwa se ade ni nyanum ye ni nya atwumsam de kire se ye chikokwa ye ni ne ma ntibusisa mo ne opani no nya adwen se o ye mampani na se poverty na opa na so afo se mo nkwa vet krampo man ko tena mu bia e ba ne sen ye de budget ko to dwa mra se bedwam de mutumi ko tena mu bia no usu se ade ni nyanum ye antumi antwa ye kura enkane adum so do so yakoso manga na mu yade bia ha setena na abrabo ehun sensem ye pa make se krampo no esen sa ade nti nuwa bebre na egu o manga na mu na otwim na beto dwa sa electricity company of Ghana abai de o mukasi ka twitwiri die pa woti ana o yem kura se o ye $500 million ani nyina se abai to a onya ntua de farm electricity company of Ghana sa se wo nyina ye PURC ye public utility regulatory commission o mo no me adwumaku a o mo hwe se nkane a nsuo ani asetena mu akade bia tete sa no o no hwe ye ho totoe o dwuma de bi o mdi na otwi mu a asem tia na da so ne se ensuring quality of service delivery in the electricity and water sector aw yom kasa mafo ye Dr. Nicholas Matieboa ene de sa se wo nyina to dwuma de ase ene de ye nkoda nsori a amane bo fa ya tinete e Water River Authority VRA omnom supply na mahoden edema electricity company of Ghana no kire mu a o se ya be yo benya sika edi ato omdwuma de so amama so manfo yie no o be so mde ya katua na se ye abo a omtwade ma manfo tua bosumi bia wa nyina mahoden ho no o be so sare bi to so a o manfo se sa de ye ade bia ba e be ho manfo yie papa de kire se empanfo ya kasem ya to se gina nto ato so de kum asra pobi enche bia na fa ho bo o mpagia muhwi ede ko so a so o sa de sa nyina mahoden bo e ko so bi ma o mjitum se e be ho manfo yie manfo atwa mo se de gu mpanfo so yie papa Nsuo bebre na bre bia twam na ebo manfo wa bra nsuo awe bre mu a ebo atuma manfo nya nsuo no ebi ni river nkobra river pra ani river bre mu a esi ameka sei no eye galamsey ni mining operations sai senso so we nyina awo man mu a abra nsuo wan de manfo mpo enya bi nsa oba bia na adwumakuo ba kwa hwe bo nsuo ba wo man mu eye adwumakuo bi a omo sha aban say from Wakam ye na adwumakuo yi kasa manfo na say associate executive director I found Mrs. Hano Usu, and you can't be signed. Say, Sadi, I was you, I or how do my Ghana and phone now. Ye person who say, oh, no, Moshe, so you want to buy my Ghana. They be Sadi, I did be a ginsem, and I say, will be able to try. I must say, so yes, you to me, a GS1.
Mabo, a process, okay, free in ye, a toilet, as they call a slim near again. Now, you need to say, nice, no, a ginsem, Ghana. Ye, Omwa, I buy a day cat amount of Munyajuma. Foreign companies, no, it's in change. It was small scale miners, so one cat on the edge. Now, say, since we have large scale mining, so you see, large scale company, legal, or more money, horticulture, small scale, only be a cheap or more edge. Now, say, walk to be this one, and I'm saying for so. Then, you know, essential, young Casa Wakam, and Penson, I say, impugn any encounter. Then, a day, Jenny say, if a tapani or bossy. Ensure Baku, get 12 at a say, I know soon, or have you know any adjuno, a yet nice, or more. Eh, papa, if you are you cry, if you hold my near Porto, the can say heavy metals. Miss say, iron, no money, Sanyo, my name, and I was as it seemed, here 2 months, never go any ninety. A frasa cadmium, no day, and arsenic, Nina, you can say you. And you should show, I think, how to be a bread.
no judgment that was a sembia after agbesi we me Ghana ban to be man ekwe say celebrate o man Ghana mo that's what Supreme Court no come here say anya after agbesi we me nkwanom to judgment that be the man no na ma adwumako bi from Sofoton enso ka ho bia o yampanifo che mo judgment that be $1.7 million nso no na say Ghana ban etu SS ka nyina de ma say adwumako yi anu na ban lawyer pani a wabese ko ye Martin Amidu otena se hwe mu de ozu say ya pobo bi na adwumako di bo Ghana ban nti ono ankasa ma asemi su de ko pie me o court ten asem no so na okimu ne beto gya nyina nse $1.3 million aban di kan atua ma ye asadwumakwe no onwane so ansa na kopim se ombedi asem no nya wi a ombedi asem be wi no se ombeyi asa aban di $400,000 be count am adwumakwe no se ombeyi asadwumakwe ni sika $1.3 million aban di kan atua ma on be sen aban so a ye di akire ne be pia firi won ba bia so beto atiefo nyina so anim RLG Communication a telecom company o share mobile phones and computers o my Ghana mu na na otwe mu no mapani John Dramani Mahama ekotwa ahomam epom dwumadie bia o ba be di on friend Hope City ahontoma mpanifo kire mu a Hope City ye dwumadie o mu dia o mbesi e dan 10 gram bia ye ICT facilities ane edwa ane ne makase bebre wo mu a ebetumi abo amomanfo anya adwumaye na sadwuma pa ahontoma na omto sade fra America R&B nyumtuni e friend Chris Brown so mra ma eja amanfo ani na odwumadie na se adwumadie ni guso ekoso na Chris Brown wi oyi ye fin bottom pass na wa chiri wi krampo je se at creator faso krampo ensane ana ma fo si ho wa chiri wi se wuni wi chiri se ada we abonsam a chiri tentiri twan se trumpet anu na o chiri o de to ma fo ho so anim se obi atumi shibi na wo shibi na se police ni bi se o mpeni a me man kwan esini kwan na gira na so si wi ya de se o che ma wi kura da ya de papa so obi akoso shibi na sad ma dia chi na ebisa ye pani pa o na mansan ye kasa en ma Ghana police ye se fasata DSP ina ebisa ne se sad dia akoso police for ati no matia na mo ban no mutu dia fa wo che se obi agi tum se wi ya de be ya de boni asempo America mem wo ena obi di wi mpoko twam wo ena o hye ye mpo anke ba na anke atina tum nti aba ne sen ina Chris Brown itumi fi America mem etum ba abeka se wi ya de penti obi anhye bi na police for o matia de na o mo ye de afa sa asem ehu DSP se fasata se no kire nsem de che Gin Love Radio
afi na me ko na ko bisemu ana ma aza to ko projecturu ko beti wo ezre na ni se o mani mu enye die amanfo fu se abrantie no no amuchese yiwi no ya dia emetia emse narcotic drug emetia se one kasa ubi possession of it and say traffic in it in it so the huga and say one kasa use no bra any doctor and I show and say you know we are there camera and share on your platform so I can't do say Ghana for dia our person on be so the national the silent media we only be the 24 and be seen in so the tina mom penny again there Ghana for you be a good you never say so you know in nti se bi ye no buni abie no omo ni bibisa we bi ka se no buni so de nda no be adwuma
na atwi moment no wase bi yidi ti wo man tifi mantem e wo bi moba ene kokomba fo ntemu a abamofo am ye som kwhwa aboban ne mu nkron aye nan de o prepare tropa emu miensa de bi om da ne mu ye de papa abamofo kire mu a inipa be se mienu de o mafasa abasaba se mu ahwe o mu nkwa afie be se aduasa ye 30 houses nso no o machine nyina mpanifo gusu ya ntu ya ahwe amasundwe so abampatem wo yakoye kase bon kra ne de ni kire Venezuela maimu na ochi mu na manebo bi ebeto odwa fi Venezuela maimu kire mu a eyo man mampani owo ma Hugo Chavez ya me ato nsa de afre no na so ma Ghana mampani John Dramani Mahama ede ya konsem de akwa Venezuela man ni nyinara anum na de to odwa se opani ne tiase no obi a opasundwe ye papa na ne man nkan konso san de na akoma so a obo ahwe se nka obema huntuo mapanso aba Venezuela man mu nti ono nso gitum sa abra ye papa ya to ase no ya de o man Venezuela o ma hwe ade kese ye papa abra o mututu na chi kura yo man Ghana nso ta machi e wa de nyina mu we so ne agina tu ya sire bo kasebo ni mu na se na ye na otwe bia no na otwe se na mesa so ate enka kasebo from me amoche me ka kasebo mu media ne Isaac Ofori Mama Gin Love Radio tiefo nyina moniti
live from the garden. I was going to say the Garden City. You know where the Garden City is? That's Kumasi. No, our brother is coming from the capital city of Ghana, ACCRA Accra. He comes to us every Saturday with news from Ghana in the Akan language. Honorable is seated right across me, and I would like to welcome Honorable this morning. As usual, is looking sharp. I am in my jersey because I am ready to do battle, like I told you people. Honorable, good morning.
Good morning.
And how is your day today?
Oh, my day is fine. Thank you so much for asking.
Okay. You heard the news that came from Ghana. And one of the items that I want us to look at very quickly is that 120 children collapsed during the 6 March parade. 120 children collapsed. Now, my question is that the colonial masters brought this march pass where children have to go and stand in the sun and march. 56 years later, is it still necessary that we have to do march pass?
Anyway, thank you very much for this question. And once again, I welcome our honorable audience for today. And as usual, we try to get all these tidbits. My name is Jeffrey O.N.K. Prempeh, and you are listening live to gloveradio.us. Back to the question that you ask, is it necessary? In my opinion, no. No, in the sense that, see, during the time of the colonials, they had this thing very well organized. At that time, there was not a whole lot of, like brass bands and, other activities that will make this thing look like the level they wanted it to be. So they get everybody involved, school children, police, army, and all those formal institutions to join. Now, after 56 years, honestly, the school children have to be allowed to stay in their classrooms studying. It is really not called for at all. We have the police band, who can perform these functions. We have the military. We can, the president can inspect the military parade, and other institutions like the fire service. And also, usually in Ghana, even the market women organize themselves, and other businesses also organize themselves, all to show appreciation to what happened 56 years ago. So in the case of the children, they can call for representatives. I mean, few kids can come in, to show that children are also participating. But the way it used to be when we were kids, we used to line up on the streets, cheering and all that, to the point that kids are collapsing and they don't even have provisions to make sure that.
The thing is that the reason for the collapse is that most of the children have not even eaten in the morning, and they will go as early in the morning to go and stand there. And the parade is not even only in Accra, but in all the regional and district capitals.
Yes.
So you have children in Pram Pram marching, children in Hohoi marching, children in Bunsu marching. I mean, it's 6 March. Is it necessary?
Yes.
After all, today we are going to be talking about the achievements that we have achieved in 56 years.
Yes.
You heard in the news from Ghana.
Yeah.
Dumso.
Yeah, Dumso is still there.
So what have we got to march about?
Well, there's a lot. Actually, if you want to take a look at it from that point of view, there are things that we can mention. In fact, if you look at even the construction of the Kusumo Dam, it actually started after independence. If you look at the construction of the Tema motorway, it started before it started after the independence.
Honorable, you're saying that we should be marching for Akosombo Dam, and we should be celebrating motorway.
No, the thing, what I'm trying to say here is this. You see, you're trying to ask me what can we show for after 56 years. Now, I'm trying to narrate some few things that Nkrumah started. He initiated. Nkrumah could not complete a lot of these things. He started so many industries, cannery and all that stuff.
For years.
Exactly. That's where I'm leading to. After Nkrumah left the scene, overthrown by that brutal coup d'etat, nothing has been accomplished ever since.
That is the point. So I am saying that we have nothing to celebrate. You know, seriously speaking, we have. You see, I have a problem, and my problem is this. All of a sudden, everybody's talking about electricity, water.
Yes.
Electricity, water. Of late, when you go to Facebook, everywhere, everybody's complaining.
That's right.
But my thing is that the thing did not start yesterday.
No.
This electricity problem, it did not start yesterday.
Yes.
This water situation, it did not start yesterday. Why is it that all of a sudden people are making it look like it started only yesterday?
Well,
this thing it started way back, because our leaders have neglected this thing for years.
Yes. And it doesn't
you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely, I do. Absolutely. And it doesn't even look like they have any, a long-term program that will solve this problem. If you look at the water situation, it's appalling. And then the electricity corporation. Look, I don't see how a country or a nation can develop without a serious energy sector functioning very well. Because of course, most times when these developments take place, is foreign investors actually contribute about 50% of these type of manufacturing industries and other service sectors and all those things. That when they try to come in and bring their capital in, they want to make sure that there is adequate energy. And that was the main reason why the Akosombo Dam was constructed.
I agree.
In order to attract these people.
Yes.
Now, the Akosombo Dam that was constructed, it is not a permanent something that can function forever. It is subject to maintenance and other things that can be done. And also we have to remember that during the time that that dam was constructed, the population of Ghana was probably less than 10 million. Okay, you know it.
5 million at the time.
You know it. And now, what is the population of Ghana?
We are over 25 million.
We are over 25 million, which means that a lot of pressure is being put on these meager institutions and structures that were put down at that time, and none has been added to it. And then, of course, if you look at the leadership that you talked about a while ago, it is just not adequate. We don't have a leadership structure that is serious enough. People don't account for what they do. Now, how can a whole nation continue to experience this light off situation for, look, about 15 years now? Is it 15?
It is more than 15
More than
years.
15 years.
It is
no provision,
light on things.
no provisions has been made
years.
to even look at it and say, okay, let us try some type of experiment in the greater Accra region where we can restore light, everything can function, and then we can take that particular plan and then implement the same thing in that other part of the
and do you know
nation.
the laughable aspect of it? We sell power to Togo, we sell power to the Ivory Coast. Meanwhile, we don't even have enough for our own country, let alone selling it for foreign exchange.
It's unfortunate that we have to be going through this. You see, that is what you just pointed out. Leadership problem. We have a leadership problem in Ghana. It's not only a president who can do everything. You see, the president have to be helped by the ministers that he appointed. And of course, we have a legislative assembly that also have to ensure that they provide adequate oversight.
I want you to clarify something. You see, most of the time when you talk about leadership, people only point fingers at the president.
That's right.
But leadership, like you rightly said, it's not only the president.
No, at all.
But leadership on every level.
Every level of the economy have to
leadership
function.
On every level. If you are a managing director, you are the leader of that company.
That's right.
If you are a supervisor, you are the leader of that team. So leadership on every level. When I hear Ghanaians talk about accountability, I laugh. Nobody is accountable in Ghana.
No, not at all.
Because nobody accounts to anybody.
No. Because they complain so bitterly. But guess what? Just watch something. When you sit in a trotro or you sit in one of the transit buses and you get to a police checkpoint, you see that the driver will get down and go and have a little conversation with the police officer, and sometimes will be exchanging hands, sometimes money, sometimes whatever documents, whatever it is, and then the driver will be waved through.
Exactly.
And you know very clearly that this bus is overloaded.
It is.
Things are not working very well. It doesn't even have a spare tire. But this guy will be waved through, and people will be sitting there and the driver.
Let me tell you a story, and this is something that happened. In the 90s, I lived at Dome.
Okay.
CFC, which is on the Accra in Saum Road. And then you have Ofanko barrier, which is the main barrier on the Accra Kumasi Road.
Yeah.
One evening, I was coming home, right from Achimota. I was following a commercial vehicle that had no tail light whatsoever.
Nothing.
So in the dark, you will not see that there is a truck ahead of you till you get very close.
Yeah.
Before you realize. So I said, but how can this commercial vehicle with passengers in it travel at night with no single tail light whatsoever on it? Yes. The number plate lights is off, the tail lights are off, nothing. So I followed this truck and then overtook it. I knew it was going out of Accra, so I went ahead of him and got to the barrier and told the policemen that were at the barrier that there's a truck coming full of passengers and it has no tail light. So the guy said, okay, thank you. Then I parked to see what will happen. You know that when he got there, they took money and let him go.
Wow. Now you see, the sad part of this story is that the people inside that bus will be happy to be waved through.
Yes.
And these same people, whenever they get to their destination, they are the first people to criticize. The government is not doing anything.
That is even if they get to their destination.
Criticizing bitterly about the government is not providing this and that.
Why do you think there's so many road accidents and fatal ones in Ghana?
Yes.
And anytime there is a road accident, lives are claimed.
Yes.
Because of these very things.
Yes.
Because there are cars driving on our roads, commercial vehicles.
Yes.
That has no brakes. The 4 brake ports, only one works. The 3 has been condemned. So if you will stop at the bus stop, you have to tell the apprentice 1 mile before, so that the driver will start pumping the brake. So gradually it will stop. So in case of any emergency, that car will not stop. It will run into whatever obstacle that is before it. And this is why we have fatal accidents on our roads. Honorable, take over.
This is the kind of a nation and the people and the leaders we have.
After
56 years of independence. Now, tell me, how can we be able to govern ourselves? Nkrumah said it clearly on the day of independence that he wants to show to the whole world that the black man is capable of handling his own business. And after 56 years,
Nkrumah is crying.
We had a situation when we were on the same par with South Korea.
Let me come in here. Nkrumah left Ghana Airways. Where is Ghana Airways?
Collapsed.
Awusa man say Yamutu. He left Black Star Lines shipping fleet. Where is Black Star Lines
Collapsed.
today? Yamutu. Many other things that Nkrumah left when Nkrumah said that the black man is capable of managing his own affairs. Can we say the same thing after 56 years?
56 years. The thing is, well, it depends on where in the scale of status you are.
Have we been good managers?
Not at all.
Exactly.
Not at all. I mean, the whole thing is this: nobody takes it serious when it comes to government business. If you look at Ghana, for instance, back in those times that we were growing up, if something is going on and somebody tried to correct something, somebody will pass a comment and say, "Oh, this is a government business." Abindia, exactly. So nobody take any serious responsibility for those things. Now, right from the classroom, when kids are being taught, about the responsibilities of being, a very responsible citizen and growing up to become a future leader, right there, the teacher will ask you guys to go and fetch water in his house or go to work in his farm and other activities that are outside that corrupt those kids right from the beginning. Now, going up to middle school, to secondary school, to probably the university, You don't see anything that motivates you to do some things that can preserve a legacy, that can make mention of something you have done or somebody have done that you will be proud of. No, it doesn't happen like that. Everybody kind of take it like, okay, when I get there, how he can find out some loopholes to exploit. And it has been the mentality for all these years. And therefore, if you look at our economy, it reflects that. We have all these institutions, but they are not functioning. They are not functioning. How can we have Ministry of Energy, Ministry of Water Resources, Ministry of Trade, but you take your stuff to Ghana, for instance, you ship some items, and you want to retrieve those items from the port? My friend, it is a sad story.
It is hell, if you like. It is hell.
If anything at all, we should see improvement from the previous structure and the setup, but we haven't. You go down there, and right now, even if you don't know anybody over there, your life will be very miserable. If you are fortunate, you'll be able to get your stuff back. Otherwise, it will be auctioned off to other people. That is the kind of nation that we have. And when you say that, what are we proud of? Of course, these are not things that we can say that after 56 years
we are proud.
We are proud
exactly.
of. Obviously not.
That is what I'm saying. You were talking about Malaysia, for instance.
I was talking about the South Korea.
Yeah, and even Malaysia.
Yeah, and Malaysia, Indonesia. Yes.
Today we can't compare
Ghana
to Malaysia.
We cannot do that at all. We cannot do that at all.
They are building cars.
We cannot do that at all.
In Malaysia.
But the question is, do you think we cannot do the same?
So tell me what the problem is.
The problem is our leadership. Kufuor said it last 2 weeks ago. He said, Africa, our problem is leadership. We don't have a good functioning leadership. Now, if we will have a good functioning leadership, then the leadership will be accountable. Citizens will hold these leaders accountable. But here is the case: we have citizens who connives. When they are placated with some little crumbs, everybody keep quiet and allow whatever is going on to go on. You go to funerals and you see people coming and donating huge amount of money. Nobody question where they get those type of money. All they know is that guy is a big guy. A big guy from where? Doing what? People spend way over their salaries. Nobody question nobody.
No, that is why they say you have to be a magician to live in Ghana.
So it is a very sad state, and I believe strongly that when Mama started doing away with some of the freebies for the executives, I'm thinking that probably he will continue the process and look for areas that can probably be a little bit renovated in form of restructuring the leadership to make it a little bit more accountable.
Look, they say the government owes the electricity company $500 million. $500 million is owed by the government of Ghana. How did the government of Ghana come to owe the electricity company $500 million? $500 million can build power generators and subsidize Akosombo and have constant electricity. $500 million. But Ghana government alone owe, because government officials don't pay electricity.
That's right. They don't pay electricity bills. And of course, those people who are responsible to manage the electricity corporation, they are not doing their job well. Because if you're doing your job, making sure that bills are collected, people pay their electricity bills and it goes to the coffers where it's supposed to go, where they can tap in this revenue and fix some of the old machines that they need to fix, pay workers, everything will be working. But here is the case: you have people who go out and collect those fees and put them in their own pocket. So there is always a deficit. There is no money to manage the electricity corporation.
So my question to you: is there any future at all?
Yes, there is a future. There is a future, but the point is, it will be in a form of, just like Nkrumah came in, just like J.J. Rawlings came in. We will have to have some type of, a strong person who will have to muscle his way through and get some things done. Because if we have to rely on this, this British system of, professorial way of kind of let's allow the constitution to take its course and, negotiate, and, that was what was happening when Nkrumah came to Ghana. And he realized that this will not work. So he was branded radical. He was arrested several times, but he knew what he was doing.
So then you will agree with me that we need a radical.
Well, not necessarily a radical, but somebody who is strong enough to use both the constitution and also have a leadership vision, a strong leadership skills.
No, but you see, when you're not a radical, it won't work, because the people you expect to implement, because the president can't do everything by himself. He need to assign, and the people will not do it. So then you need to fire them, and that's a radical thing, because the people are going to say, oh, we put you there and it's our party, and all those things.
We need those type of strong changes, because look, if we cannot fire people who are incompetent, then we're not going to get anywhere.
But that is the point. That is exact the point.
Because the point is this simple: if you are put in charge of an area, that area have to work. It has been entrusted upon you to make sure.
Work, what?
You have to make way for somebody who can make it work. But we don't normally see that in Ghana.
Kofi Wayo has been saying this thing ever since, that hire and fire. Hire and fire. Just like in the game of football. Coaches who don't produce results are fired. You are hired to achieve certain results. If you don't, you are fired. That's why coaches are always hired and fired. But when it comes to politics and leadership role in Ghana, as we are saying, people say, oh, your party new, party na. So most of the time, they are like toothless bulldogs. They are there, but they can't bite. You understand? Why do you think Rawlings is able to make a lot of noise? Because he's the founder of the party. And when he makes noise, the people, nobody can fire him. Because he says, this is my party. If you don't like, leave it. You understand? If you don't have people who would really... You see, sometimes I tend to understand his frustrations. Because the man came in as a revolutionary. And when he came, he was able to get things in order. Okay? Sometimes people will disagree with this. But Ghanaians need a revolution. They need people who will say, go. Get this done. Recently they said that the pipes in the Wager water company got broken. A little girl came on TV and they were asking the girl, what is it that you would like to do? He says, I would like to fire the man at the Wager, because the man should have told us that, should have told his boss that this pipe has neared its lifespan and it needs replacement. So then adequate preparations will be made. The girl was about 12-13 years on Joy TV, on the day of the 6th March. And then the young girl was saying that then, all things would have been put in place. Have you seen Ayaraga saying that he didn't have his bath before attending the independence celebration?
No, I haven't.
Your friend Ayaraga. That is the latest. Ayaraga says that he went to the Independence Square without having his bath.
Because there was no water.
Because there was no water.
Oh no. It is so critical like that if we don't do anything about our leadership situation in Ghana, look, in 50 years we will come back and be talking about the same thing, because nobody will come from nowhere to come and do these things. Ghanaians, we have to be proud that we have our nation, we are independent, but it takes every single person's effort. You see something is not going right, voice out. If you live in a company, you work for a company, and you see that things are not going right, voice out. But in Ghana, if you do that, you will be fired, or there are some things that will be done to you that you will regret what you have done. But until we get off that mentality, it will be very difficult for our nation to move forward. Nobody can get anything done. I mean, for instance, this electricity water problem that we have, I have never heard a single time that Parliament is holding hearing about these type of situations that are going on. Why? Because the Parliament, the legislators who are sitting there, I don't really know what their functions are. As far as I'm concerned, they're supposed to be making laws and provide oversight. But I don't know if that is what they are doing.
They don't do anything.
You know,
the parliament, they don't do anything. They are only them enriching their pockets, period.
because you don't really see anything. What is really their purpose of sitting up there, enjoy fat paychecks and, you know, perks, you know, free bungalows, free maids and other free items, fuel, cars and all that stuff, and we have a rotten economy which is going downhill. You know, so it is important that until we do something about our leadership problem in the country, I believe strongly that we will come back a year after today or 2 years after today and nothing will be changed.
Well, dear listeners, we might come back and nothing will be changed. That is very, very sad. You are watching News of the Week from Ghana, and we are discussing the post-independence celebration that took place on the 6th of March. Very, very sad, the things that is happening. You know, the MPs, they have water tanks in their homes, so they don't feel it. You know, they have reservoirs in their homes, so they don't mind. They have generators, so whether there's light off, light on, whether there's water shortage, they don't feel it. You know, so who is going to be accountable to who? Honorable, anyway, if you want to write to us, you know, you can write to us on gloveradio@gmail.com. Also, as you see underneath, you can log on www.gloveradio.us, or if you want to watch some of our videos, you can go to www.godsbeastv.com. That's the place to find us, and we are always here with news of the week. If you also want to call into the hotline, the numbers to call, you can see it on your screen, is 682-227-2276, 682-227-2276. We are always here. Honorable, what else do you have today as the independence thing has taken over? So if you have something,
because we are so passionate about our country, and we just feel like we can do something, but maybe someday we will be able to do something. An unfortunate situation that happened in Ghana about Chris Brown. It is very disappointing.
The guy went to smoke weed.
The guy there went and smoked weed on stage.
After taking $1 million.
You know, I am just so mad that I don't even know what to say. Because why would you disrespect the whole nation like that?
Yeah, because he realized that a nation can be disrespected. We are lawless people. That's why.
Well, let's read a little bit of what Chris Brown did. This is a news that was on Peace FM Online. The Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council has asked the police to invite organizers of the Hope City Lunch concert to assist in investigating R&B superstar Chris Brown's smoking of weed on stage. The Chris Brown Hope City Lunch concert was organized by RLG and powered by Charterhouse Productions with support from Empire Entertainment. The Beautiful People singer, who was paid $1 million to perform on Tuesday, promoted the smoking of marijuana when he grabbed a stick of weed, started smoking, and advised the audience to do the same. The laws of Ghana frown on the possession of or smoke of Indian hemp, popularly called weed or ganja. Speaking in an interview on Peace FM Thursday, Apostle Samuel Yao Entry, General Secretary of GPCC, expressed his disappointment at Chris Brown's act, and has asked the police to not just comment on it, but to take action on that. You know, this thing, I believe that on stage, Chris Brown should have been arrested. I know that there were some police officers in that area, and ensuring that peace prevails in that area. So when Chris Brown pulled out that stick, well, he can smoke on stage, but after he stepped out of that stage, he should have been arrested. I don't know why they didn't do that.
Let me tell you something. Bobby Brown was arrested for gylation here in America, years ago. Madonna was arrested in Canada for nudity after she did her gylation on stage. She was arrested. Recently, Snoop Dogg, his name is Snook Lion now. Snook Lion was also arrested recently for possessing weed. You understand? So I am saying that Ghanaians, well, the country is lawless, so
it baffles one's mind. You know, why is that we have this double standard?
Yeah.
Laws that applies to the citizens and laws that applies to foreigners. I mean, this guy is on the soil of Ghana.
And he comes and disrespects the whole nation.
The whole nation. We have laws governing the use of these hard drugs. We don't allow these hard drugs to be used in public unless probably it's for medicinal purposes. And he cannot be on stage and smoke and promote and ask people to do the same. And we have authorities, we have security personnel who just watch on for these things.
And they have hard evidence, the video evidence, because they videotaped this thing, so they have hard evidence to prosecute him. But nobody touched him.
So where do we go from here?
Nobody touched him because that is it. Meanwhile, they will go to Aveno and go and arrest somebody with 1 row and sentence that person, to 10 years imprisonment. When they arrest you with 1 row of weed in Ghana, the sentence is 10 years. I saw so many of them. And the sad aspect is that when they come into the prison, that is the place where they come to smoke more weed than when they were outside.
How do they get them in?
You were not here last 2 weeks
when you were talking about
they threw weed over the wall and the people were scrambling for weed. That is Ghana for you. So when I see news like this, I am not surprised at all.
Well, let's what I'm
surprised.
thinking really is that maybe something will be done, but I don't think even the authorities in the United States will just sit quiet over this. Even though it was not done in the United States,
but
this is bad.
Authorities in America,
this is really bad. I mean, how you get paid $1 million? I'm very, Chris Brown should be ashamed of himself. You go to a poor country like Ghana and take $1 million. $1 million.
Yes, I don't think he even gets paid $1 million doing concert here.
You take that kind of money in a developing country, a poor country like Ghana. You could not even show some type of, like a patriotism. Not patriotism towards, anything bad, but identify yourself as a black guy.
But I am saying that is this guy. Look, if we get even into this area. Is this guy a role model for Ghana?
Not at all.
What is about him? What is about Chris Brown that somebody want to pay him $1 million to bring him to Ghana? For me, I don't see anything. This guy is not a role model. This is a guy who is abusive. He beats his own girlfriend. He's a woman beater. You understand? This guy has no business being in Ghana in the first place. But somebody in Ghana is willing to pay him $1 million, then he would disrespect you, because then he thinks that he's worth that much to go to a nation like Ghana and show his stupidity there. So if he will go and disrespect the people, it is because the people value him. Those who will pay to go and see him and those who are willing to pay him $1 million, they are the people we should be blaming.
$1 million.
Honorable, bring something else and let us move on, because this is just sad. It's bad news, man. This is just bad
like
news.
You said, who actually dreamt about promoting Chris Brown with tattoos all over his body? Ghana, we don't
exactly. I am saying, you see, leadership. That is what we are talking about.
Anyway,
leadership.
Otumfuo whips. It's a very.
I hope he's not whipping over Chris Brown.
Otumfuo will not do that.
No, maybe he's sad about the incident.
It's a headline that we see. This was in the Daily Guide. It said that Kumasi, the Ashanti regional capital, yesterday came to a standstill as activities, most especially business, were suspended as the residents mourned the late Apejahene Oheneba Kwame Ichirikwie. People from all walks of life, including the Asantehene Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II, yesterday besieged the Apejahene Fie in Kumasi to mourn the late Apejahene. Also present were ex-President Kufuor and Nana Akufo-Addo, the new Patriotic Party flag bearer for 2012 polls, ex-Defense Minister Dr. Kwame Addo Kufuor, among other important dignitaries. The funeral of the late chief, who was laid in state in the wee hours of Sunday, for friends and loved ones to pay their last respects to him, seemed to have affected virtually every activity in the Garden City. There was massive vehicular traffic in Kumasi yesterday morning as mourners were seen hurriedly heading towards the Apejafie to be part of the solemn event. The late Apejahene was the father of Menchia South MP, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, a.k.a. Napo. That is a very solemn news. Apejahene was one of the very nice people in Kumasi, and apparently very, very, very close and important, arm of the Asantehene. And with this man's death, apparently you can see that it will certainly affect all activities in Kumasi, given that the position that he occupies. And we also here we mourn with Otumfuo and also the family of the bereaved family. And of course Nana Akufo-Addo Dankwa also show up and pay their respect. Ex-President Kufuor was also there, and Dr. Addo Kufuor. These are very, very important people. And of course, I think Mama also sent dignitaries to represent him. And I believe the regional minister was also there, and other important police chief and military personnel were also there to represent the president. In fact, we also over here, we feel that it is important for everybody to know that such an important person in society, when he finally leaves the scene, everybody should be aware of it, and the little respect that you have to make it known to all the family.
Yeah, our heart goes out to Asantehene and the people of Menchia for the loss of this great man. Our time is almost up, and I think we'll take our final item for the day. You're still listening to gloveradio.us and also watching us live from GTV. Honorable, what's the next item?
One of the things that we may probably a light one concerning Madam Akua Donkor. You know, whenever we see anything about Akua Donkor, we get excited because
Indum's best friend.
They said Akua Donkor swaps the Tundra for Corolla, and it's interesting. The failed flag bearer aspirant of the Ghana Freedom Party says she is not aggrieved that the Progressive People's Party retrieved the Toyota Tundra it offered her during the election campaign last year. Speaking in an interview with Peace FM on Wednesday, Madam Akua Donkor disclosed that she had purchased a brand new Toyota Corolla, which is in her opinion is more expensive than the Tundra she received from.
Did she buy it herself? Or
I think she did. She did. But the most interesting thing is that she said it is more expensive than the Tundra. I don't know where that Tundra was made, but I don't see how a Tundra will be less expensive than a Toyota Corolla.
Maybe it's fully nyanya. Okay.
Oh, Madam Akua Donkor. So now you will not see Madam Akua Donkor in a Tundra.
All right.
If you want to find Madam Akua Donkor, she will be in her brand new Toyota Corolla. I believe strongly that she will continue to make her observations known concerning the activities that are going on in Ghana, and also some of the things that she thinks should be done to make the country a better place.
Wonderful. Okay, Honorable, this is where we will leave. So do your final wrap up. If you have anybody you want to give a shout out to before we leave.
Okay, I give a shout out to all GMA members. In fact, this weekend they have done extremely well. They have organized a gala, a soccer match that from here I think all of us will be out there to participate. And of course there are some few items. There's a lady in Pentecost that is celebrating her 50th birthday. So
yeah, GTV is covering it.
Oh, GTV is covering that 50th birthday.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Wow. Oh, that is outstanding. Well, then of course we can, absent ourselves anyway. We will be there to also support her in whatever way that we can. So pretty much that is what is going to happen over the weekend. If you haven't made any plans, then of course we are letting you know right now. Come out and enjoy the soccer match, which will be happening outdoors right now, and of course probably till 6 o'clock in the evening.
So are you ready for the soccer match?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Right. You know my position already. Usually either I play the number 5 position, or I will be in the offense, trying to make 3 or 4 goals. So and then today I will make sure that at least 3 or 4 gets in. Whoa, so you should be watching out for that.
All right. This is where we end news of the week from Ghana. We are most grateful that you were here with us, and as you can see, I'm wearing my Nike jersey already. I'm ready. I am really ready. If I got up for you to see, hey, today we are going to be, losing some weight. I'm sure by the time we come back, we'd have shed some pounds off. Stay blessed, no stress, and you know that we love you so much. God willing, the same time, right on this channel, we'll be back. But stick and stay. Let's take some gospel music mix coming to you live from DJ Ike. We love you so much. Stay blessed and no stress. We are out like that.
Hit after hit, hit after hit after hit. You've got your radio cranked up to the best station.
Lock it on to the best station on the net. Online. Around the planet on the World Wide Web. Streaming 24/7.
More hits back to back in beautiful CD quality.
Say Ike Olebash.
Gospels.